What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard trading coach. I will be doing a live trading session and live analysis, live discussion about every aspect of trading. Second day of trading week, first session, pre-London session, very important. Let's look at one by one. If you are serious about trading, make sure that you stick till the end to see exactly what we are trading. As you see that in this live session in our trading academy, real trading happens. So if you're a real trader, make sure that first you give a like, smash the like button, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So I was looking at the gold chart, and then we will be looking at other instruments such as Euro dollar, GBPJPY, US30, NASDAQ, all of them one by one we will look. So first of all, gold, we see that in that zone from the 1 hour chart that I was looking, there is a lot of a dramatic movement, which is potentially looks to me that turning to another bull market. Now before that, we see that a lot of manipulation happening, which is good for us, because when the market does manipulation means that it is preparing for a move. And this is where as a trader our goal is to look at when the manipulation happening. So first of all, looking at the monthly perspective on gold, we see that from the monthly, this is the monthly candle so far in the first 3 weeks. We have seen gold had a significant drop. Now with this drop, the price has broken all this support level, and highly likely that we could see that gold now might go up for a deeper pullback. Now if we look at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective, this is the weekly price action and this is the support level here. Now what happened is that weekly price action is a bit more clearly, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of drop, almost a month of drop, has given gold a very high probability now for a deeper pullback. But at the same time, it's a long-term downtrend. And also when we trade, always looking at all the branches. So when you look at a tree, for example, you need to look at the whole branches to see the structure of the tree. Now if you look at this price action here, we see that there is this is the resistance level here, okay, on gold. On the weekly perspective, the price has penetrated that resistance, all right, and there is a liquidity trigger here, all right. So with that liquidity trigger, gold had a bounce. Now because it grabbed liquidity from the swing high, it has a bigger plan for a bigger movement to the downside on gold. And what I think that, because previous week you saw that there is a candle that has a long wick at in both sides, and we could see that gold is coming down to create a new lower low. Now if we look at the daily perspective, we can see that from the daily, this is the daily candle which has a long wick both sides. And what I think that you see that there is today's candle so far has gone up. Now here is the key points, because it's a long-term downtrend, and from the daily, the price, this is the, let me draw this level here on the daily, this is the top wick of the daily candle. Now it is very highly likely that gold might come down initially, all right, and test this this daily candle. This is the daily middleman, which is potentially a bullish candle. Bigger picture on the daily on gold, though it is a long-term downtrend. So bigger picture, we could see upside, but before it break to the upside, we could see that from the daily, gold might come down first, and then we can expect to go up for an upside movement. Now it's a downtrend, but what I'm expecting gold to do a jump is because if you look at this market, it's a very strongly falling market, and the price has come to a zone where we could see a deeper pullback. Now in this pullback, if we look at this candle, which is a bullish candle, but at the same time we need to keep in mind that it's a long-term downtrend, and anytime we can expect a strong breakdown. So lower time frame price action will give us a very clear idea of which way the market will be heading. But at the moment, on the lower time frame, I still see potential bullish market structure. So once you see that gold especially has broken the daily today's low, right, this is the today's low, we can look for potential bullish opportunity based on the price action confirmation. Now from the 4 hour, you can see there is a middleman previous session. Now this 4 hour also closing in 37 minutes. We see that this this candle also trying to create a long wick candle. What I think that if this current candle, this one, is not closing a very healthy bullish candle, we might see that gold, it's still 36 minutes, so we may not see that way closing, very unlikely. In that case, we might see that the price is breaking this low and then moving to the upside again for bigger move. Now in this lower time frame, we see there is a 4 hour, this is a giant bullish candle you have seen yesterday. And here one very important thing to look at is that you see this long wick candle. Let me show you. So from 1 hour, right? Now here is a main the key points here is going back to 4 hour again. This is a, you see this long wick, and this long wick has crossed this doji to the downside. This doji crossed the previous one's low. So this is a complete, now I deleted all of them. You see that this doji has crossed this one, gather liquidity. Now the next one crossed the previous one as well and also tested this support level. So this zone here, this candlestick pattern, is a bullish pattern. And what I think that now the price should come down for a retest of this zone, and then we can expect for a long-term bullish price action. So this is the situation. Now if we look at the 1 hour chart, we see that gold on the 1 hour, there is an impulse, and then there is quite a few candles of consolidation. Again, multiple liquidity grab tested the 20 MA and then has gone up. So here is a bullish price action. Okay, on the lower time frame, you can see whenever the price is crossing the low, it's getting rejected, it's gathering liquidity here. So there is a probability for gold either to break from here to test this zone, right, and then to go bullish, or to remain bullish from this zone, right? So we will be looking mostly for buy opportunity unless we see a very impressive reversal pattern. So from the 15 minutes and 5 minutes, this is where our entry time frame. There is a 15 minutes, you see that there is a, from the support level, there is a rejection. Now it's forming a doji here. So you know, if it is rejecting from here, then we might see the price again even coming to that zone. If the price managed to break down, we'll be looking to buy from here. All right, so depending on how the price is reacting, we will be looking for a trade. Patience is the key. As soon as we will find an entry, we'll be looking. And as you can see, we had already 4 trades on gold so far from yesterday. All of them are successful, along with other trades that we are running. So let me know in the live chat what's your thought on gold, guys, which way the market is heading. I hope that in the new timing is fine. You guys find you well. The new timing, we are now 15 minutes earlier than the regular time. That gives us more flexibility to analyze the market. Tony, thank you very, very much, Tony, for joining. Parabolic, thanks for your time, coach. Thank you for your time as well, guys. I appreciate your support to the channel. Make sure you like this stream, everyone, and also subscribe to the channel so that it you know, it shows to more people that how the channel grows and that really, it's your channel. Good morning, coach. Will gold back 1880 today in your opinion? Very good question. 1880 level, you mean that 1880 is well below. It's maintaining this support, so I think that it may not drop that far. Anything can happen in trading, but it's maintaining this 1884 85 level. So I think if it drops, then we might find the buyers might push that high again. You can see it's maintaining this triple bottom here, right? And from that zone it had a bounce. So let's see which way the market will be heading, and then we'll be looking at that. Thank you very much. Morning, coach. Thank you very much, MD Takpur. Mark, good morning. Gopi, good morning, coach. Welcome back. Couple of questions. May I? Of course, why not? This is the platform where you can ask any question. Proteb, good morning. Euro AUD direct, kindly tell level figures. Level figures, so we'll be when we will be doing the in-depth entry point, we will be discussing that. Direct AUD USD, go XTA, yep. US oil, Mujarat, good morning. Kushai, good morning. 1894, coach. So good morning all of them, thank you very much. So yeah, here is the key points. We saw that the market in this consolidation, this is a very very interesting consolidation pattern. You can see if we box it up in that zone, what do you see? That you see the market is forming this triangle, right? So this is a, this is a bullish pattern, right? In this kind of pattern, the market as a rule of thumb should be breaking towards the upside. The only thing for me that I'm waiting, it may start to break to the upside. If you look at the daily again, it tested the high, and we could see that another drop, and then we can expect to go long. Now why do I think that it may drop? Let me give you a very, very important clue, and I'll discuss more in depth this kind of things on a separate lesson. Now if you look at this candle on the daily, all right, there's a long wick here and also long wick here, right? Now when you see the price will reach that zone without coming down here, in most of the time you will see it will revisit that area, then you can expect for the price to become bullish. All right, this is what I call the I say the price station. So I will create a separate lesson on this one, and I will be posting. You can watch that. Make sure that you stay subscribed and also press that bell button if you want that lesson. So by knowing that, by understanding the price station, it will be easier for you to predict the market beforehand. Why? Because at the end of the day, multi-time frame is matters. Okay, when you see that the price on the daily time frame in a zone where you can expect a return on the lower time frame, you know that which way the market might be heading. So there are some zone where you can expect for the price to have reversal or take a u-turn, or when you, let's say, take a trade, take from an extreme zone. So what do I mean by extreme zone? Let me tell you. For example, again going back to the daily, all right, let's say the previous daily candle is this one, right? Now this candle is a bullish candle where today's price in relation to the previous daily candle is very important, right? Now where is the extreme zone in that candle? Now when you look for the extreme zone, you need to look for the zone in relation to the previous candle or previous structure. For example, when the price is well above this daily high is extreme zone for selling. When the price is below this daily low is extreme zone for buying. But always trading with the trend is will have a much more weight to it. See that the proof of that, you see that when the price, this is the lowest level here, right? This is the daily support, and you can see just after crossing the daily support, you see after overextended there was a massive bounce. And if you wait for that extreme zone, this is where you have a high probability setup. Now the same thing, after breaking this doji's high, create an overextended, and then there was a massive drop. Though you can't see the whole drop, it again come back to here. So this is why it is important to wait for the extreme zone in any time frame for potential entry as much as you can. Not always possible, I know that, but when you are trading with the trend, it's much high probability for you to get into the profit zone when you are trading. All right guys, so let's see now in the meantime what other opportunity that we have. Let me know in the live chat which one you are trading as well. Good morning, thank you very much. Good morning. To point, yep. How helps your robot trading discuss in detail? Nor you can ask me in the group, text me on Telegram, I will give you more information. Thank you for that. Any ideas, GJ? Yeah, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. So here what I think that you can see the market on gold, I think that you see that there's a lot of consolidation and manipulation. There is a probability for gold, as I mentioned, from the daily to come down for a deeper drop, and then we can look for potential potential trading opportunity. Let me see what it is trying to do here. You see it forming long wick candle here with a series of lower high. So there is a probability for the price to once you see that entry, we'll be looking to enter. Thank you for joining. How helps you? Okay, thank you very much. Good morning. Gold is consolidation between 1893 and 1896. We need to see break and retest. Yes, absolutely, that's a very good point. Yeah, this is what we are looking at. Jackson, coach, please guide me about GBPJPY. Do you see any chance of bearish? Okay, GBPJPY. Good morning. Hi. Thank you. GBP, what's your analysis favor? We will be looking at that. EuroJPY. Good morning. Hello, GBPUSD. Very good. Okay, so let's quickly look at other pairs, and then we'll come back to gold again very quickly. Looking at GBP pairs now. GBPUSD. Right, so we see that GBPUSD, if we look at bigger picture on this from the daily, so from the daily previous day, GBPUSD has formed a bullish candle after this back-to-back two long wick candles. Now why do I look at daily? Is because daily time frame is where the price action shows a very clear picture. Daily time frame is where you can find a high probability trade setup. Now we see that GBPUSD from the daily perspective, there is an potential reversal here. And previous day on Monday, yesterday, we saw a bullish candle. I think that this week we might see GBPUSD might try to push to the upside. Looking at the weekly, there is a weekly gap opening, and from that gap opening we saw that so far GBPUSD trying to break this resistance line on the weekly. Okay, so multi-time frame, we can see that GBPUSD may push up. Now from the monthly, now here one thing we need to look at is that you see that this is the monthly candle, and the price has crossed this monthly low, and once the price has crossed this monthly low, there is a liquidity. Now what is liquidity? Liquidity is where the price is not supposed to go, and that but the price has gone, and that's where the liquidity. Okay, liquidity is the fuel of the market. This is how the best way to understand the liquidity is. For example, when you see a very organized market where the price shouldn't go, and suddenly you saw that the market has gone to that zone, that is where the liquidity trigger. Let's say if you see that a smoothly series of lower high market, a downtrending market, suddenly one candle has invaded that zone, broken the series of lower high, that is where the liquidity is. We'll be discussing more on that in a separate video as well. So we saw that with that liquidity trigger from this support level, GBPUSD had a bounce to the upside. Now with that bounce, what we see that the market currently trying to break up. As the price had a bounce, we might see some bullish momentum to fill that long week on GBPUSD. At least we can expect a retest of this monthly high. Looking at the weekly as well, we see that GBPUSD trying to break to the upside, and that could take the price to this tummy of this doji where there is liquidity. Now from the daily also we see this. Now it's a bigger gap on the daily. The price is forming a reversal pattern and trying to break out of this. So we could see that GBPUSD from the lower time frame, also from 4 hour, you can see it is gathering liquidity. It's a bullish candle, middleman. I think that on the later today we could see a pullback, and then we can expect GBPUSD to remain bullish in that zone. So let's see how we can find opportunity in that zone. For me, if it breaks down again along this 20 EMA zone, we will be looking to buy as soon as we will find GBPUSD trading opportunity. All right, so let's see how it goes. I'll be coming back to it. In the meantime, let's quickly go back to the gold to see what it is doing now. Gold on the 5 minutes, it's purely, as I said, it's purely in a sideway. Now patience is the key. As soon as we will find an entry, we will be definitely looking to enter. Now we do have quite a few trades, so quickly let's see, recap those trades. Now what worked out here definitely will be worked out for you as well, guys. Now two of them live trade. We had 4 trades, and there are 3, you can see there's 4. So this one is a BIP only trade, and quite a few trades that we have opened. So let me tell you the first trade of the week. Why did I open? While we are waiting for a trade, also while we open the trade, we will also give you a very good understanding of the market, because here main goal is is to make money, and also here is the main goal is to learn and grow as a trader. Now if you truly want to be a profitable trader, then I will recommend you to just be patient, and also always focus on growing and learning. Keep in mind that when your intention is to focus, when your intention is focused on growing and learning, there is always an opportunity available for you whatever you do. So it is important that we always pay attention to that. Now you can see that as I mentioned, you will find a lot of trade alert, a lot of signals, but very few will tell you exactly why the trade was open, why the trade was worked out, or why it didn't work out. And that's why it's important that you note down. If you can write down or record it, it's also better. Now you can see that here on the gold chart on the 5 minutes is the first impulse of the opening day yesterday. And what did I looked at in that trade, that so that that next time you can look at it in the same way. So we saw that during the this is a previous days, the weekend closure structure, and then we saw a break to the downside. Now with that break, what do you saw? That you see the price has crossed. This is what I was talking about, the extreme zone. Okay, so here is the price. If you look at the gold, you can see that the price has reached to this extreme zone. All right, here is the extreme zone, and with that extreme zone, from this extreme zone, the price had a strong bounce towards the upside. All right, with this bounce, there's a narrow correction, there's another bounce. So the impulse will tell you what you should do. See, these are the subtle detail. First of all, before you apply your strategy, it's important that you look at the impulse, how the price action is forming. You see that there is an impulse here. See, there is an impulse here. What makes it different? It's a clean vertical impulse. All right, and then what happened? The price has come down to another liquidity zone. This is a very important liquidity zone, and where there is a red doji, and in that red candle, it's a support level, and the price has come down. And I was waiting for a candle exactly explain in our trend following strategy or in our TF strategy, that if you are not sure about the TF strategy, you must have the access to this indicator as well, where you see this is the buy alert, and this candle where we see that according to our TF strategy is showing that trade alert from that zone. And from this, what we saw that gold had created this bullish move, and you saw that as soon as you open, the trade has gone up, has given us the profit for the first move, first day, first trade of the week. And with that, we open another 3 trades, including gold and other instrument, couple of trades. All of them so far become profitable and winner. And this is the main goal here for me, is to help everyone in this academy as well as in the channel to give the right information. I hope that you understood it. Now if you want to learn the strategy also, you can do that. Now if you are our lifetime member, you can find that strategy in your dashboard, the TF strategy, where you will see all the rules of the strategies, all the detail is given with step by step. You can learn from your dashboard. If you are not member, I would recommend you to join today in Forex Trading Wizard Academy, where you will be learning all the strategies. Now these are the real trade was sent out. You can see this is the trade that we are talking about, with a gold trade with entry, stop loss, and take profit target. Now all the trades that I open, I do share with in the group, where you will be able to see all the trade that I'm opening, and also all the tools that I'm using, including this this is our TF strategy translated to a Pine script, this indicator, as well as all the future lessons coming once you are our member. And also you can access the VIP chat group. You can get all the supports that I have all the time. I do work a lot of time with the academy, so I will recommend you to join today. The link below this video, the first link, or link in the top of the live chat. So once you click the link, you can click join now button, and then you can access everything that we have in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. I would recommend you to do that, so that you can grow and learn as a trader, and you can fast track your learning and growing. So let's see now what else we have in that zone here. Now gold, you can see on the 5 minutes after this multiple liquidity gap. Now liquidity is very, very important, that as I mentioned, how many of you are not sure when the market is gathering liquidity? This is a very good question. Okay, so let me know how many of you are not sure when the market is gathering liquidity, and how many of you sure about when the market is gathering liquidity, so that you know exactly when to trigger the button of entering. So we see that on gold from that level, here is the from the 5 minutes perspective, this is the support level here. Price gathered liquidity multiple times, and from the 1 hour still showing. So here is the key points as the daily price action. From the daily perspective, gold price in the middle of this zone, we could see that gold may, okay, gold might, if we see a break to the upside, then we'll look for it. In that zone, it is a bit hard for me to go long. It's a bullish market structure because from the daily, the price on a zone where there's a long wick, and we could see that the market is coming down for a deeper pullback. I will be entering from a zone where I have a high probability trade setup, and then we look for it. Okay, good morning, thank you. Favor GBPJPY, Adriani, good morning. Shahrukh, GJ, yep. Okay, looking at GBPJPY as well. So before we go to the GBPJPY, we'll be looking at GBPJPY. Let's quickly look at, so as we have looked at gold, let me look at other pairs as well. Dollar yen, and then we'll look at GBPJPY. Now dollar yen, if you look at the daily perspective on dollar yen, we can see that from the daily, this is a bullish market. You can see that on dollar yen. If you look at the bigger picture on the monthly, we can see that from the monthly perspective, this is the monthly price action, and it's a bullish market. Guys, always trade with the trend is the most important price action confirmation, or the most important criteria that every strategy has. I use trend, I use trend in my trading, and it's very important that everyone follow the same pathway, because trading with the trend is the most profitable trading system one can ever have. Because when you trade with the trend, even if your entry is wrong, I got a lot of call from many of you coming one-to-one. I had a lot of one-to-one interaction with my students, because I love helping them one-to-one as well, because when I have one-to-one, I can give full attention to this, because my goal here is to help them so that they can grow. So I do a lot of situation. I see that some of you may be stuck on a trade for a very long time. Maybe you open by yourself, and then that's completely fine. I did that too when I begin my trading journey. Let's say you open a trade and then you stuck, and you saw that the trade is going up and up, or down and down against your position, and you had a big drawdown. But as a matter of fact, if you do that mistake, let's say with the direction of the trend, what will happen? Imagine, let's say you made a mistake, you got stuck in a trade, but it's in the direction of the trend. It will keep giving you profit and profit and profit, right? That's why it is important that you try to trade with the trend even if you are making a mistake. So that's why if you look at this dollar yen, that's why I always emphasize on trend. Now from the monthly, dollar yen is a bull market, right? This is a bullish market creating series of higher high and higher low. Now if you look at this candlestick pattern on the monthly on dollar yen, you can see that every month the price is forming long wick candles. All right, so with that long wick candle, dollar yen has created a long wick candle followed by a monthly bullish candle. Now if we look at the weekly, we can see that from the weekly perspective, back to back 2 weekly dojis, which is a very powerful bullish price action, and then followed by a bullish engulfer, followed by a candle, weekly candle that we discussed previous weekly Forex forecast as well, long week at the top, and then we saw this week the market has gone up, fill that long week at the top. Now if we look at the daily on dollar yen, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is the daily impulse, narrow correction with the doji, another impulse, and we saw that the price trying to has broken this low, this support level, gathered liquidity, and we saw that again the price trying to create a bullish momentum. Now from the lower time frame perspective, from intraday, we saw the dollar yen had a local breakdown, and from that zone again has gone up. I think that we could see now a retest of this level neckline. This is the previous resistance here, so either we could see is here, or we could see dollar yen coming back to this level and then to go bullish again. So here it is coming down. For me, it's a pullback crossing the 20 EMA zone. This is the previous resistance here, which is turning support here, and from that zone we can expect dollar yen to remain bullish, or we could see a sideways movement or in a range dollar yen. So it's a long-term bull market. I will still be interested to go long once we'll see the dollar yen has come down well below, and then we'll look for buying opportunity on dollar yen. For me, the level could be 145.62. for some of you ask for the level, so that level could be a good zone once the price action confirms for this potential bullish opportunity on dollar yen. All right guys, I hope that you are enjoying. Smash the like button now guys if you enjoy, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. And also if you want to trade with a regulated broker, I know that you are very passionate about trading. If you are passionate about trading, make sure that you always trade with a regulated broker, and the broker that we are recommending, because they have no commission and they are very good in terms of customer service, as well as you can trade with as minimum as $100 or in a $1 million account, and they always will process your any deposit or any withdrawal in the fastest way possible, and you can be 100% secure. So the link below this video for them, the Ever Trade, and also I can give you a link in the live chat. Regulated broker, Ever Trade, and also there is a bonus code for you, but bonus is only available for those who are in the regulated country, so eligible country. So I have given a bonus code as well. So the bonus code is Wizard. You can click that link, and then you can register for free, start trading with a regulated broker. So for those who already registered, I'll recommend you to start trading with maybe a $100 account, or maybe with a $500,000 account. You can start trading. That will help you to grow. Thank you. So let's see now, going back to gold again. After dollar yen, we'll be looking at GBPJPY afterwards. So you see that 4-hour candle closing on gold, which is forming back-to-back 3 dojis. Now here, the way the price action has formed, you see the top is still couldn't create a higher high. So for me, less probability for breaking to the upside. Instead, we even could see downside, but this structure, you can see the way this structure is forming here, it's a consolidation pattern. So we might see that well breaking down below and then going back up. All right, so we'll be waiting for a breakdown, and then we'll be looking to enter buy position. Because it's in a consolidation, it will not be a good idea to guess that it will break down. There is a probability So once it breaks down, then only will go long. Otherwise it may even break to the upside, but less likely to happen because there is a resistance here. All right, and I think that it will break to the downside first, and then once it will break to the downside, once it will form this reversal pattern, we'll look for buying opportunity on gold. We do open quite a few live trades, guys. Have seen that, and as soon as we will find another entry, definitely we'll be looking to enter again. So in the meantime, quickly look at GBPJPY. Now GBPJPY, which is a bull market. One of you asked that, is there any chance for GJ to come back down? Let me see. Looking at the daily, now GBPJPY this is a bullish market. Okay, if we look at the bigger picture, but at the same time we see this market also had significant movement. So let's see where we can expect on GJ to be heading. Monthly, always higher time frame will give you a clear direction in the market. Now from the monthly perspective, GBPJPY, we can see that this is the previous resistance on GJ. Alright, so this is the monthly price action on GBPJPY. Now from this monthly, the price already has broken the resistance above this resistance line, and I think that because it's a long-term bullish market, we can expect GBPJPY to remain bullish for longer term. Now if we look at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective, there is a previous week, there is a middleman here on GBPJPY, and this is a very long bullish candle followed by a middleman, which is also has a long wick at the top. The price already has broken the high, and we can expect GBPJPY to remain bullish for the longer term perspective. Now looking at the daily, we see that from the daily perspective, this is the daily price action, which is a very long bullish engulfer, and we saw that here on the daily today so far, the bulls tried to create a high. Now looking at from the daily, we see a bit more clearer picture, which is a very long bullish market. Now where I can expect for GBPJPY to trade, let's look at the 4 hour. Now this is where this is a very good zone for me. I think that GJ very highly likely that if you draw this level here, right, this is where I'm expecting GBPJPY to come back down again for a retest. Right, this is a smart money area. Now here is the key points. You can see that GBPJPY had a very sharp impulse. Now it is in a consolidation. What I think that GJ from here, we could see another attempt to the upside and then coming down and then going to the upside. Right, for me especially, you see this below this long wick candle is a very important level of support. Any break of this low, you see along this line, we can expect GBPJPY to give us potential entry. Why do I look at that point on GBPJPY? It's very simple. It's because this is where there is a high probability setup. Now let me tell you why it is. You can see that this is a smart money zone. With this impulse on GBPJPY, it created a huge liquidity from here, and from that zone, if you look at this one here, this is a middleman. All right, it's a middleman. It's a very powerful trading signal, and I didn't miss that trade. You can see that exactly where I bought GBPJPY at 185.30. You see that here, 185.30 on GJ. Stop loss were 184.86. You see exactly below this middleman, and TP target was at 186.005. In fact, GBPJPY has gone well above our take profit target. It has given the profit, and I want to see another entry on GBPJPY. It's a bullish market. Now, what did I looked at when this powerful zone has come here for an entry? Is the middleman. Now, middleman is one of my favorite trading strategies along with the TF strategy. Why? Because when you have liquidity along with the middleman, that's a very, very high probability setup. Now, why? The reason is when the price forms this middleman, it triggers liquidity, it creates a momentum for further move. As the price, you see that there is a liquidity trigger here as well. Looking at the chart in a different way is very, very important. Always, you know, that's why I tell you guys, stick to the channel, because here we look at the market. You can see anywhere no one looked at that way. Once you look at in the same way, you started to see the trade which you have never seen that. And middleman, if you want a rule-based strategy, if you are our member, then go to your student dashboard, look at the middleman trading strategy, and you'll see exactly why we have opened this GBPJPY trade that we have closed with profit around 42 pip profit, and we could see a further move to the upside. This is just the recent trade that we have opened in the last New York session time and London session time. So let's see now where we can find the next opportunity. In the meantime, if you want to learn that middleman trading strategy and also receive all the trade that I'm opening, I'm sending to VIPs all the trade that I'm opening, as well as in the live session we do open quite a few trades. And if you want to fast track your learn the strategy so that you can become an independent trader, you can join us. There is a link below this video, the first link below this video. Visit the website, and also there is a link at the top of the chat where once you click the link, let me give you that link to the website. Once you click the link, you can this is the website address, www.forextradingwizard.com. visit the website and then click join now button, or click here to join, choose and then you can access everything that we have in Forex Trading Wizard Academy for the lifetime. Here I see that GBPJPY is consolidating, and I'm expecting for the price to come down again and then to give us an entry opportunity in that zone. Even if GBPJPY is going up, I will not be going long unless I see that breakdown, retest, and then looking for entry to the upside. All right guys, I hope that you are enjoying. Smash the like button guys, and also subscribe to the channel so that you are not missing out anything. So let's see on the 4-hour and NASDAQ, we have a candle close on trading view time. Let's see US30, US30 and NASDAQ is not moving much, so we'll look at that. If we look at the let me see the WTI. Okay, so all of them it's slow. Let me see the so let's keep look at gold again. Now looking at gold, delete all of them. Okay, so this is the daily chart on gold. Let's always, you see that this is a very important part of trading psychology guys. Looking at the chart with a fresh look. How many of you look at in a fresh way? What I called a beginner mindset is very important, that you always look at the chart with a beginner mindset. This is what I do when I open my chart. I always look at, like the first time I'm looking at the chart. That's how you can you can look at the chart, because the market is constantly evolving, changing, its direction. Joe, good morning. Thank you very much, Joe. Kenneth, do you apply ICT to your stat? I will be discussing that. Thank you. Coach US100. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know, coach. right, liquidity. All right, GBPJPY for our, why did you draw the line for our, why did you draw the line there? Okay, I will be explaining again. GBP what's your analysis? Yep, we will be looking at that. Okay, so there is, of course. Okay, thank you very much for let's see, let me explain why did I draw the line on GBPJPY, and then we'll be looking at the EURJPY as well. Before progressing, I'll take a 30-second break, guys. Stay tuned, coming back in 30 seconds only. All right, so looking at the gold from the daily, as I mentioned, always looking at a fresh look is very important. Now gold, you can see that this is the daily chart, and this daily candle on gold is a standalone, a bullish candle. All right, so now today, once the market opened, what we saw that the price, after a little drop, had a bounce. The bias here from the daily is potentially bullish. Okay, we could see that gold breaking the high, and because it managed to break the daily high, closed as a candle that is a middleman, we could see that gold is pushing high today. First move we can expect to 10 EMA zone, and and then we might see even further upside. But before moving up, we might see on the lower time frame a downside, a breakdown, breaking the daily low, which is a very important level, or even breaking further, and then we can expect upside. If the momentum is very high, even we could see that gold is moving up from that level. If you look at the 4 hour, we can see that, see, after this doji, the price is trying to break the high. Let me see the 5 minutes time frame. We saw that potentially it's trying to break to the upside. Let me see, but I think that if you look at the 4 hour again, back to back 2 dojis. Okay, so 15 minutes, here we see that you can see the price has formed doji. Okay, and then red candle, inverted head and shoulder, potentially let me see where is the next entry point. Keep our account ready. Okay, so we see that breaking to the upside. Let me see the 15 minutes. So here is a bullish price action on this resistance is broken. We could see that the price is likely to bounce, and in the first bounce we might see 1903 zone. That now it is not first it's going up. It is not unusual to see that gold first coming down. The price gathered liquidity from the bottom multiple times, right, and then created an inverted head and shoulder, breaking towards the upside, which is potentially upside price action, so potentially bullish price action. All right, so we might see now an upside movement on gold. Let's see where is our entry on this movement. Okay guys, so after breaking this high, so if you look at the 4 hour on gold, you see there are back-to-back 3 sessions there is a massive liquidity gap in that area, and then created this move, and then we saw that back to back again 2 sessions of liquidity gap. So basically the price is gathering liquidity from the support for this potential move towards the upside. Now from the 15 minutes we see that there's a breakout on the 5 minutes as well. We see this breakout. This is the resistance which we can expect to be retested as a support. So that means that as gold is pushing high, we might see that all the USD pair might be showing bullish price action. Let's see. So bias is to the upside, and we need to see a retest. I'll be waiting for an entry for potential. We have seen a breakout from this structure, which is predictable. Now here is the you see how many times the price gathered liquidity for this potential move, and there was an unusual drop, had a breakout, retest again from this inverted head and shoulder. Okay, so it's heading to 1900 level. For me, I want to see that the price is testing this level here, guys. Patience is the key. We see that breakout, but you want to see a retest of this resistance as a support, and then we can look for bullish opportunity from that zone. All right, so gold showing potentially upside. Now if we look at in relation to gold, other instrument GJ, looking at the GBPJPY, so they're almost heading the same direction. Let me see that AUDUSD. So AUDUSD previous 4 hour also has formed a bullish middleman. As a result, this session the price is breaking to the upside. So AUDUSD from the daily, you can see after back to back to narrow doji, AUDUSD has changed its trend. We could see that with this movement, AUDUSD almost hitting the daily 20 period moving average, or even breaking the high. With that move, even we could see bouncing to the upside to the swing high, previous swing high. Looking at the weekly, you can see AUDUSD from the weekly back to back 5 weeks of drop. Now we could see that this market is heading even to this level where there is that double bottom. You can see a double bottom, right? Breakdown, we can expect a retest. How many of you are not familiar with this structure? So this is the language of the market. When you see a double top, not double bottom, double top or double bottom, any kind of reversal pattern. We see there is a double top, a breakdown, and then once the price will complete that impulse, once it will start to pull back, you see that this market will go back in majority because there's an imbalance here, and to retest the support as a resistance and then to drop. So this is how the market normally moves. Now you can see AUDUSD, this is a double top, right? Nice looking double top on the weekly breakdown, created a new extension, and then we can expect now the price to go up and test the support here, support here, support here, especially this neckline of this double top as a resistance, and then we could see the continuation to the downside again. So to do that, this is the weekly price action. We can expect for the price to move up and to test this level, and from the daily we see the price is in this daily time frame is moving, highly likely we could see that moving up, and this is the support that we are expecting to test as a resistance, which is also aligning with this pin bar. This pin bar was very unusual. We saw that there is a massive liquidity, and the price moves from liquidity to liquidity. As we see that there is a liquidity trigger here, with this reversal we could see that AUDUSD going back to another liquidity zone. So on the lower time frame we could see some upside movement, may not be directly like that, okay, less likely that it's gonna like this. Okay guys, so pardon me, I apologize, there was a technical issue, I had to contact with them. Okay, so we see that here now, as you can see here on AUDUSD, this is a very what I can say that bullish structure at the moment. But what I think that if you look at the daily, as I mentioned, that the price is likely to move up, it may not. On the 4 hour we see it's forming curved structure, and it may not go directly like that. Instead we could see that going up, coming back down again, and then trending in that direction. So along the way we could see a lot of liquidity grab. All right, so with that liquidity grab we can expect for AUDUSD to remain bullish in that way. So as soon as we will find entry, we will be looking to enter on this trade on AUDUSD and all the instrument. So we see that from this perspective on gold, GBPUSD, AUDUSD and euro dollar, all of them heading in the direction of potential upside. So we see strengthening on gold, so that means that DXY we might see the downside. Let's going back to gold again. We see it's now heading to 1900 level. All right guys, so I hope that you are enjoying. Let me know. We see that from that zone the price in fact started to move up. All right, we see that from the 15 minutes the price has broken to the upside. To see a retest of this level, it's a very strong uptrend. So gold, I wouldn't recommend sell at the moment. I wouldn't sell at the moment because it's a very strongly uptrend. All right, trading with the trend is the key. Thank you. I use daily and weekly time frame only. Very good. Thank you. EuroJPY. Felix, good morning, coach. These guys like our dear coach. Thank you, Bablu. Thanks for your announcement. That's awesome. Thank you. Tell more stories about trading psychology. It helps me a lot because I only understand that part more than looking at those candlestick pattern. Yes, Faber, absolutely. That's a very good approach. Now, those who stay in trading for a long time, they only become profitable. Okay, there are two areas here. Is that if you, let's say, when we are at a school or at university or college, we are taught a lot of mathematics, physics, chemistry, English, literature. To be proficient on that, you don't need a psychology to develop, right? So it's very different in trading. To be a trader, one must develop a very strong trading psychology. This is the key points here. And to develop a trading psychology, one must have the very what I can say, the clear intention of being a trader. All right, let me know in the live chat how many of you really want to develop a sound trading psychology. Once you say, you actually manifest. This is how everything works in this universe. We see that so we once we say something, that's where we manifest. How does it work? That we had a lot of many goals, right? We want to be rich, we want to become a trader, we want to gain freedom. Do we talk about it? This is a very important point. You see that I have observed in my many observation is that, see, you'll see that, let's say 2 or 3 people are very poor. Let's say they don't have money to eat, they don't have money to pay the bills and all of them. And if you go to them and sit down with them, you'll see that they will talk about the lack. This is the real truth, and this is the real secret. Also, you learn to change your life as a trader or as anything. So if you go to let's say 3 people or 2 people sitting down together, let's say they have debt or they don't have enough money to pay the bills, all of them, and if you sit down with them, they will talk about it. Okay, they will talk about how difficult everything is, how things are going wrong, how everything making them miserable. But as a matter of fact, then because they are talking, they are in that situation. It's a vicious cycle. So they talk that lack and then they experience the lack, right? This is how everything works. Now if you observe that, if we flip the script, for example, for example, anyone in a situation where there's a lack, there's a crisis, let's change the talking. Can you make them who are in debt that they are not in a debt? Then also they are deluded. But the matter of fact is that when we change one mirror, the other one will automatically change everything. This is the secret of this universe. So anything you want or you want to have or you want to have experience, first you need to talk. You keep talking and it's gonna come, because that's how the reality works. When we talk, we think, and we act, we feel, and then we experience, we create. That's how everything in our life. So make sure, guys, you say that what you want to develop. If you want to develop a sound trading psychology, so if you want to be a profitable, say that I am a profitable trader once you say, you might say, okay, I am not a profitable trader. Yesterday I had a losing trade, or today I had a losing trade, and last month I had a big loss, but how can I say that I am a profitable trader? Isn't it contradictory? Absolutely. But that's how you become a profitable trader. Let me explain why it happens. See, everything we do, let's say a person become a profitable trader or a very rich man or created abundance in life, wealth, freedom, right? Now that man has created by himself. You see that everyone, even someone has his father or parents giving his wealth, is also he is taking that from them there. So then once we say that, let's say you say that you are not a profitable but you are a profitable, what will happen? You create a contradictory statement inside you, right? That you say that, okay, I'm not a profitable but I'm saying profitable. This is when we do that, we had a cognitive function running on, because everything comes from our mind and brain and everything from inside. Now let's say you say that, okay, you are not a profitable but you keep saying that I'm a profitable trader. You hold on to that notion, then you experience what is called a cognitive dissonance. It's called the cognitive dissonance, a very important. So the cognitive dissonance is when we hold contradictory belief at the same time. We feel discomfort, which is a physical, mental discomfort. Now once we feel that discomfort, that cognitive dissonance, then automatically in subconscious, do you want to change either of these to get rid of that discomfort? So what do you want to change? Either you want to change that belief or you want to change that action. Either of these will change. So let's say you say that you are a profitable trader but you had a losing trade, but you are not a profitable. Now your mind will start to look for the proof. Where is the proof that you are a profitable trader? Then you create that cognitive dissonance intentionally. Now automatically you try to change that belief. No, I'm not a profitable trader, but you hold on to that belief that no, it's gonna come, it's just a matter of day, I'm a profitable trader. You keep holding on to that belief. Because you are not changing that belief, automatically your action will come from inside to be a profitable trader. No doubt about it. As long as you hold on to that notion and not quitting, you become a profitable trader, because the brain ultimately will get rid of that cognitive dissonance to make you a profitable, by making you a profitable trader. This is a one way to explain. There are many ways you can see that, because at the end of the day, if we look at even from a deeper perspective, how does it work? See, anything we say, we visualize. As I mentioned, let's say 2% experiencing very hardship, let's say financial hardship, and they will talk about it, right? Now they talk hardship, they experience hardship. What if they talk abundance? Then they will experience abundance. This is the law of logic, what I can say. What the logic says, if someone's talk about hardship, experience hardship. Now it is not possible that someone keep talking about abundance but experience hardship. It cannot be, right? Because the law of logic is that what you talk, you experience. Now either change the experience, then you will talk about that experience, or change the talking, then you will experience the other talk, right? So there is another way, is because what we talk, we visualize unconsciously. Let me tell you what it is. For example, let's pause for a moment and let me tell you a football. Now if I say you football, try to pay attention. you see a football in your mind? Do you see or no? Say me yes or no. Now when I say a football, do you see a football in your mind? How many of you see a football in your mind? Can you let me know? I'm waiting for your answer. So if I say a football, everyone knows the soccer ball or football. Can you let me know in the live chat that you can see a football in your mind? Very good, thank you. Profitable trader, awesome, very good. That's awesome. Yes, awesome. So I got one. Okay. Now, once you see that football in your mind, if I talk about the food, I say, okay, awesome, thank you. Yes, very good. Yeah, a ball. Yeah, that's awesome. So if I tell you a football, then you see that football in your mind. Either you choose to see or no. This is the main secret, that you are not choosing to see a football, but when you hear me, you see that football in your mind. And that's why when you see I am profitable, without even you don't know, you see an image of yourself who is a profitable. Try to understand. So if you say that I am a profitable, then you unconsciously or without knowing, you can see a picture of yourself who is already a profitable, and everything is in the now. There is no delay, because it's explained in a book called The Reality Transferring, very profound book. So in that book, the quantum physicist is saying that it's truth, that everything is in the alternative space. For example, you experience one layer of reality that you can see, but there are multiple layers of reality exist at the same time. So in the now, right? So there are multiple layers of reality at the same time, and you choose which one you gonna experience, right? You choose which one. Choose, there is a word choose. Now what do you choose? You wanna listen to, you choose to be a profitable, or you not choose to be a profitable. Very simple. See, it's not a difficult science. Now you say that, let's say you believe in that you are not a profitable trader. So once you say that you are not a profitable trader, there is a version of you already exist in the alternative space who is not a profitable trader, and you move towards that person who is not a profitable trader. This is how we become. Now if you say that I am a profitable trader, then you move to the person who is already profitable. That's how we choose. So what do we choose is what do you want to say, what do you want to think, and so from saying and thinking comes feeling, feeling comes from action. So they are interrelated. One is, there are three planes of existence: mental, physical, and spiritual existence. So once we think, when we talk, we act, we create an change in our physical plane of existence. When we think, we create a change in our mental plane of existence. And when we feel, this is where the spiritual existence, or the realm of our energetic realm, which is infinite in nature, we all are connected in that realm. So this is where when these three plane of existence coincide together, work with harmony, one can create anything they want to create in their life. So this is how you can change anything, anyone, whoever you are, wherever you are. You can create any life that you want to create by being conscious or aware of the thing that we are doing, saying, and acting. So this is how, very simplest way, that if you don't want to go to the very deep in that realm, that understanding how it works, just think in that way, that what you say will ultimately echo to the eternity. Okay, so what you say, it will have an echo. Echo, you mean that have you heard of, you're in a big room and you say, you make a sound, and that sound will keep echoing a very long time, like this. So what you say, it will echo in eternity. So that's why it's important that you always say, do, act the things that you really want, and you're gonna move towards it. If you say the things that you don't want, because the nature of reality doesn't care about your what you want, or what it will keep giving you, what you keep saying or keep thinking, either you happy or not happy, doesn't matter. So that's why you always say the things that you want and you want to experience. That's how we choose. And so by knowing that, you actually gain power over everything. So I hope that you understood it, and always stay positive, guys. Make sure you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel. And at the same time, keep in mind, when you choose the right thing, always choose a broker that is regulated, which is very important that you trade with a regulated broker, that always you can, your capital is in the safe hands. So our recommended broker is Trade. There is a link below this video. You can use Trade. Also, I can give you a link in the live chat. Trade, regulated broker. You can use that link to click the link and then register for free, and then you can start trading with a regulated broker. That will help you to stay with a broker that you can trust, a no commission broker. So let's move on with this is gold, that we see that after going up, now it's coming down for a deeper pullback, which is needed. You can see on the 5 minutes, this is a previous resistance here. You can see this is a resistance here. Okay, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. So we see that this is a resistance which is turning support here. And yeah, so the market has made a move. This is a 5 minutes impulse. We can expect a correction. Once you find an entry, we'll be looking for potential entry opportunity on this one, on gold. So let's see. In the meantime, there are some of the pairs that might give us an entry or trading opportunity. Looking at NASDAQ and US30, because we are expecting gold to have a bounce, including other instrument on US30. Also, we see that this is a support level on US30, and with that support here, okay, this is a support here, and this is also, there's a support here, back to back 2 long week candle. So has crossed this zone, means there is a liquidity trigger. Now with that liquidity trigger, we see that US30 currently trying to create a bullish momentum to the upside, and I think that US30 may continue to rise for some more time. If we look at the daily, we can see that from the daily perspective, there are 2 long week candle on the daily, had a rejection. All right, now there is a daily impulse, back to back 2 rejection. We could see that a daily pullback on the daily, on the lower time frame, it might make it to the upside for some more time, and it is possible even for the price to have another bounce to the upside on US30. Why? Because bigger picture from the weekly, we see that there is a long week, there is a bearish candle followed by this weekly candle has broken the weekly low, and from that zone we see a long week doji on the weekly, still not closed, but there is a probability for the price to have another bounce to go back to the weekly support, which is turning resistance. From the monthly also, now this is where the monthly, there is a very sharp rejection, and the price has already come to this previous resistance, turning support here. Okay, so what we could see US30, it's a very slower movement at the moment, but there is a probability for US30 as well to have an upside movement to this resistance line. Now it is the way it has, you can see back to back two long wick candle on the 4 hour, and also it triggered that liquidity. Very high probability that after testing this support, you could see that US30 also moving to the upside. So they almost move almost in the same direction as we see that gold and euro dollar AUDUSD. So as we see gold to the upside, we might see that all of them almost moving in the same direction as on gold and DXY. So we see that gold with this break to the upside is now trying to come down again. Now at this point, the only way we can look for gold to open a position, once we see that gold has come down, tested this level along this support line, if we see that gold is giving us suitable entry, we will look for buying. Or if you look at the daily, you can see it has crossed the previous daily high. Now it is possible for gold later today coming down again, breaking the daily low, and then picking up again. So one thing we have high probability is that gold is potentially showing bullish momentum. So from the lower time frame, we will be profitable for us to stay in the bullish side on gold. But as the price at the top, we need to look for suitable entry point. Let the price come down and then give us entry. As you see, there is a more often or not, there is a false breakout also. So this is the 30 minutes candle, a bullish candle. Let it come down, retest, and then if we see that entry opportunity, we'll look at. Otherwise, even it is possible for gold to come back down again, all right, and then from that zone to be bullish. The best place for me for gold, if it breaks to the downside, breaking all this low will give us an entry. Always wait for an extreme zone to enter a position. All right guys, I hope that you are enjoying. Make sure you guys like the stream and also subscribe to the channel, and also press that bell notification if you haven't done yet. Also at the same time, if you want to learn our strategies and also trade with us in Forex Trading Wizard Academy, I will invite you to join us today. There is a link in the description area and also link at the top of the chat. I do share all my trades that I am opening in the VIP group with entries, stop loss and take profit that I have sent out, and also all the strategy that I am trading. You will be able to access all of them. You can access all the trading tools that I'm using, including this TF strategy indicator. Also, you can be part of a VIP chat group where all the traders interacting together, so you can learn and grow as a trader. And thank you. Let's see, move forward. Let me know which one you are looking at. Nasdaq we have looked at. I'm seeing false breakout to up, and it will go down a little more, down and then up again. Okay, so okay, false breakout. Okay, I'm seeing false breakout up and then yeah, Hogo, that's what exactly I was discussing, that because it created, you see this is the resistance line on gold. So if we draw this, this is the 30 minutes chart where you can see potential clear direction. Let me draw that. So you see this resistance line, the price has reached that resistance, and if you look at this support right now, we can see that this support is not clearly defined. But if we look at, even it is possible for gold to come back down here and then to go back up again, or at least breaking this support level. Breaking down will give us an entry opportunity. For me, there's some zone that very high probability that gold will come to test today. You see this zone here. Why did I draw this? See this narrow doji here. In that move, there's one red candle. This is a liquidity zone, okay? And let me tell you why it is important with the past data. You see that here the same thing, an impulse. You see this impulse, and look at this zone here. This is a liquidity zone, and see what happened. The same pattern exactly. Consolidated, has broken to the upside, and then has come to the same liquidity zone. You see, exactly to the same point, and then has gone up again to create a new higher high. And then so that this happened over and over again in the market. You'll see more on the same situation, just a bit maybe in a different structural way. So let me show you in terms of bullish momentum. So you'll see that pattern over and over again in the market. So if we look at that on gold, I'll be waiting for a drop, testing this zone where there's a liquidity here. After breaking this low, we'll look for buying opportunity. Now if the momentum is very high, it is also possible for gold to be bullish from that zone. So depending on the price action, we will be looking for an entry opportunity. All right guys, so any trade that coming along the way, definitely will be opening, and also I will be sharing to the VIPs as well. If I am not on live, you can join us if you want to see all of them. So let's see now. Here you can see with this impulse now coming down for a pullback, and once you'll see suitable entry point, we can look for entry. Let me see the 15 minutes. Let's see some of the pairs as well. So looking at the USDCHF guys, okay, so we had another trade running on USDCHF that we have opened. This one we had a 3 times profit target. Now let me tell you why I have opened this trade. This is the USDCHF trade that we have. Let me bring it up, and then we will be looking at that, why I have opened that position. Because this market, if we see that gold momentum, then we should be able to see the same direction. This is the USDCHF trade that was sent out also yesterday. Also I have opened dollar Swiss franc. I'll tell you exactly why I opened here. Dollar Swiss franc sell at 0.8787. Okay, stop loss at 0.8815. TP target at 0.8703, 28 pip, 3 to 1 risk to reward ratio trade. Now this is exactly the way that I have sent out the trade, and with entry, stop loss, and take profit. Let me tell you why I have opened this dollar Swiss franc trade. Now if you look at, let me replay the chart, and then we'll jump on to the gold again to see the entry. Now if we look at dollar Swiss franc, this is the candle that was forming that I have open that position. What did I look at? Looking at the monthly, this is where when it comes to swing trading, I do look at the higher time frame. Monthly, you can see there's a long monthly bearish candle. So far the price has gone up. We can expect a potential downside on USDCHF. Now looking at the weekly, this is the weekly price action that I see potentially bearish, because if you look at this impulse on the weekly with this liquidity grab, created this massive drop correction. Now with that correction back to back, we saw that 5 weeks of price, and very high probability for this price now to come down to create a new lower low, because a very strong impulse, a healthy correction, tested the previous support as a resistance. We can expect now another impulse to the downside. So monthly, weekly giving us potential bearish opportunity on dollar Swiss franc. Now this is the daily local channel. You can see there is a very strong drop on daily, and then the price has formed this local bullish channel. Now from that channel we saw that created a lower high with this long wick candle, got rejected. There is a probability that this market will break to the downside, and with that break we can expect for the price to come back to this support level. Now looking at the daily and also looking at 4-hour, we can see that this is where I have seen the potential opportunity. There is a liquidity grab. The channel has failed to create a new higher high, created a pin bar, very high probability trade setup based on our reversal trading strategy. Now we do have quite a few trading strategies. As I mentioned, the different market condition needs different strategy to trade. Now looking at TF strategy, always I trade with the trend using the TF strategy. Middleman trading strategy that you have seen, we open with GBPJPY, because the market will not always give you the same setup. Now this one is our reversal trading strategy. If you don't know what is reversal trading strategy, you can look at your dashboard where you can see all the rules and explanation, back testing. Once you are our lifetime member, you can access all of them. So there is a reversal pattern here, and this is where I have called for this trade, which in fact running in good profit. I want to see that it's dropping further. We need to be a little bit patient on that because it's a long term, it's a swing trade, and I want to hold it for bigger profit target. After coming 50% here, we may be able to move the stop loss at entry to make the trade risk free. You can learn all of them. Also you can join us if you want to see all the strategies that I'm using and also be part of a trading community. There's a link in the description area. You can visit the website, you can click join now button, and you'll be able to access all of them. So now let's see on gold again. We see that the price has come back down below 1898. We see a doji on the 15 minutes, 5 minutes. Yeah, so there is a probability, the way this price action is forming, I think that we might see downside again to test this level. Afterwards we'll see how we can find an entry on this. Let me see. Okay, it will completely depend on the price action on the lower time frame now to decide either it's gonna have another bounce or it's gonna come down, breaking all this low and then moving to the upside. So these are some of the zone that we will be looking at for potential entry. I will be really happy to see that gold has broken down. It may or may not depending on the price action, but from the zone when it will do, then we will do that. So this is called like a logical correlation. For those who know the programming, computer programming, you know that there are some rules always that if this happens then this will happen. That's how trading is, that when the condition will satisfy, then only we will be taking the trade, and there's a lot of opportunity always, just need to be patient. Hi coach, I am in trade US30. You NASDAQ, can you please do a quick analysis? Yeah, we'll be looking at the natural gas. Okay, I think I'll go. Thank you. I learned about okay, thank you. Thanks for that. Also, sir, do you think that gold will test 20 EMA? So what time frame that you are asking that 20 EMA? Vavaya, kindly tell me GBPJPY will drop or not, brother. Okay, GBPJPY, it's, look, GBPJPY is a bull market, so what time frame you are looking at is very important. Okay, we see the dollar yen on the lower time frame having some downside. As I mentioned, dollar yen is you can see it failed to create a higher high. So dollar yen, as we see that gold is planning for a bullish, DXY is coming down, it is possible for dollar yen to have a short-term drop at least. Now this is the weekly price action on dollar yen. Previous week a doji. I think the dollar yen now we could see even breaking the previous weekly low. If it does, then we'll have an opportunity either from this level or from this level. We can look for buying opportunity after a price action confirmation. At the moment, if you look at the daily on dollar yen, we see that potentially dollar yen showing some momentum to the downside, but it's a long-term bull market. At the moment, I will not be interested to sell dollar yen. So dollar yen dropping means that gold may continue to push towards the upside. Okay, you see that when you see very strong rejection on gold, then we can look for buying. This is how the currency correlation works. So when you see that let's say a certain pair, let's say dollar yen is dropping, that will give gold to have a bit more upside momentum. Okay, so you see that as dollar yen is trying to break down, if it drops, then we could see it will reflect on gold as a bullish momentum. Usdjpy, I'm sell from yesterday. What do you think will happen? Okay, so we'll be looking at Eurojpy. So that JPY pairs almost move in the same direction. Tomorrow Euro news is coming, so Eurojpy is also an important pair. So let's quickly look at the multi-time frame approach on Eurojpy. This is the monthly price action Eurojpy, which is a bullish market, starting with this doji, very strong impulse, a monthly doji followed by another monthly bullish candle, followed by a narrow candle, long wick candle. Now Eurojpy, we see that it's a long-term bullish market. Previous months we have seen a long wick doji, followed by, as soon as this month's open, we have seen that Eurojpy had a bounce to the upside. Now with that bounce, we see that this is the previous resistance turning support here on Eurojpy. Now looking at the weekly time frame, we can see that from the weekly perspective, there is a long wick doji here on the weekly, had a bounce, and we saw that there's another long wick candle, tested this previous resistance, turned support here, and from that zone we have seen that Eurojpy has broken to the upside. Now previous week we saw a narrow doji. I think that Eurojpy, if it drops, then it could come down below this weekly doji and then could remain bullish again. It's a very narrow gap here. Looking at the daily, now this is the daily bullish candle on Eurojpy, and this is the daily impulse correction, a bullish candle. It is a bullish market structure, no doubt about it. You can see the price is creating series of higher high and higher low. Now because the price at the top, it is possible for Eurojpy. It's a prediction, not very high probability, because as a rule of thumb the price should move in the direction of the major trend, but it's a vertical move on Eurojpy. It is at the top, so it is possible for Eurojpy to come down and then to test the daily 20 MA, test this support, and then to remain bullish. as it is a long-term bull market, my interest will be only on buying on EURJPY. This is an impulse, a consolidation pattern on EURJPY. If it drops at max, it might come down a little, but very rare situation that EURJPY will drop back well below this level and then will be bullish. So in either cases, I will only look for bullish trading opportunity on EURJPY as soon as I'll find that opportunity, as it is a long-term bullish market. Okay, so from where it is completely unknown, from where it will only know when we will see that price action confirmation. You see, this is a bullish signal. If we look at the GBPJPY, you see the GBPJPY, the trade that we have opened, that I have shown you with the VIP, this is the USDCHF, but GBPJPY trade based on the middleman price action. This is why the strategy comes in play. When you trade with the strategy, you know that in what situation you will be triggering the button rather than guessing. That's why I recommend you to always learn a strategy to grow as a trader. I hope that you are enjoying, guys. Make sure you like this stream and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. I do post a lot of content every single day, including the weekend, some valuable content. Make sure you do that. And also, if you want to join a regulated broker that you can trust, no commission broker, I will recommend you to join EverTrade, link below this video. And also I can give you a link in the live chat, so you can click the link and then you can register for free. You can start trading with a regulated broker. So with that said, guys, I'm almost at the end of this first session. We will have another live session coming up. And can we sell? I'm not a seller at the moment on GBPJPY because it's a bullish market. We could see pullback, but trading with the trend is always the best decision I think that one can ever make. So with that said, thank you very much, and I'll see you again, guys, in the next live, where we do open quite a few live trade, and I want to see the next one. We are opening also some good trader opportunities. So stick to the channel, stay tuned, join the free Telegram channel as well for all the updates that we are posting every single moment. Thank you very much, and I'll see you very soon. I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know any question even using the live chat.